More than 9 years ago, I moved to Sravasti Abbey. By then, our friend here, Venerable Sutram, was still a layperson called Harry. She was already here and lived here already, I think 2-3 months before me. He arrived. Soon we both received the Anagarika precepts together and started our training here. I had some difficulties at that time with some of our daily offering service tasks. One time, some months later, I asked Venerable Sutram, or maybe it was still Terry, what's getting her going day by day with a somewhat happy mind, even though she surely faced difficulties. And she had tasks that weren't her favorites, such as cleaning the compost toilet. She simply said, if you don't enjoy yourself while you're doing your daily activities, you're doing it not right. I found that this is a great aspiration she holds. Joy is an important ingredient in all what we do. It's something worth living up to. Of course, my defensiveness came up first, said, but this is all too difficult, blah, blah, blah. I mean, yes, difficulties arise. And right now we have many difficult circumstances and experiences we have maybe never had in life before, such as a pandemic, a loss of a loved one who died of COVID, a lack of opportunities to see relatives, to travel, to see our friends, financial challenges, racial discrimination, and so forth. Also here at the Abbey, we actually are doing quite well. Even though we can't travel, have guests here, even though we can't see our relatives, we still have the opportunities to uphold the Dharma, to study, practice, serve the Dharma. May it be through mundane activities such as cooking, cleaning, organizing the library, and such. A life in a monastic setting has its own challenge, considering that we are working with our mind, with lifetimes of habituated afflictions that are deeply ingrained. Changing our minds is not always an easy process, even though we so much aspire to become a wiser and kinder person. We also don't have the typical distractions we used to have as a layperson, such as listening to music or watching movies, spending a lot of time with our friends, traveling, celebrating holidays such as Christmas Eve. We live a bit in quarantine right now. And actually, we monastics here live like in quarantine all the time. We live under one house, we share bedrooms, we eat together, we chant together, we work and study together. We don't celebrate such as a traditional Christmas Eve with our families. We can't choose our own lunch, nor even have just a car ride for fun. For some, this is very challenging, quite a change in lifestyle compared to the lifestyle we had as a layperson. Also, we may do things we haven't learned before, we don't have a degree in. Things we don't like, such as maybe cooking, cleaning, forest work, taking care of infrastructure, taking care of the fruit trees, doing gardening, doing video tech-related activities. There will be always situations, activities in life that we don't like. So how can we still enjoy ourselves or be joyful while going through all these and following our daily schedule? How can we be joyful besides all the changes that occur in life? So for different people, it needs different things. There are many, many things we can do. I will just share some of it here. One thing is if it's something you don't like, such as not being able to see your parents for Christmas or to travel or clean, we can look from the beneficial perspective and the long-term benefit of a momentary lockdown during COVID, or even long-term restraint as a monastic, or look at the benefit of cleaning a bathroom, emptying a compost toilet, or whatever it is for you. If it's the change you don't like, the unpredictability, I have a beautiful quote on my altar that's in German by the Dalai Lama and translates in English as, open your arms to change, but never lose your love in your heart. So how do we do that? How do we welcome changes, even unwelcome ones, with open arms? How to remain joyful and loving while doing mundane activities like emptying a compost toilet, removing buckets of pee and poo, so to say, while working or following a daily schedule we don't like so much, or whatever it is that provides challenges to you. So first important thing is to find joy within ourselves, independently of the circumstances we are facing. Joy comes through a positive mindset, a mind that's based on cherishing others. This can be trained, and we start with ourselves. We're looking at ourselves with a kind heart. And then we look at others with a kind heart as well. So when I cherish myself, I'm kind to myself, and I don't hate myself. And then let everybody know that by acting out my unhappiness, that I'm unhappy. Second, I can look at what benefit the situation, the activity may bring to me and others. And I can prevent the spread of COVID, for example, by staying home. I make others happy by cleaning the bathrooms and helping them with certain chores, or by just engaging with them in a kind manner. Now, there are many families separated, and especially our older generations who are living in old folks' homes. They have very limited access to their loved ones. It's very sad. But we don't need to feel helpless. We don't need to feel hopeless. Let's get out of this narrow mindset and think how to benefit them in other ways. One way is we can write Christmas cards to those who live in our local nursing homes. We contact the manager or head nurse and ask them to add the names to the cards, to give them to each resident. This way we may give those lonely generations our loving connection, our care, our warm-heartedness, and some comfort. And we are not helpless, we are not hopeless. We are active. And sometimes the situation may be so tense that even writing postcards or seeing the benefit of unwelcome change or situations, the miserable mind, the depressed mind maybe, or sad mind, still comes up and may be very strong. We may be overwhelmed by our emotions. There are still so many ways to counteract it, such as limiting news access or applying different meditations and trainings. If it's really hard and I can't even sit on a cushion, then there are more ways to do, just simple ways that even our animal rounds is doing. So personally, I have 2 ways to deal with an especially sometimes thick skull of mine. One way is to shake it all out. Some of you have learned how to do that. I presented it once. Ease yourself from the immensity of the emotion and reactivities. Animals, when they overcome a threat, they shake themselves to release themselves from the stress they faced. You may have observed it maybe with animals, with your dog, or maybe even our cats when they fight with each other, then they shake. Yeah, and we can do that too. So I do it sometimes. I'm just shaking, and let it all out. Do it 1 minute, and you're in a totally different realm. So we humans instead often stuff it down. We distract ourselves, we blame others, destroy, or even kill. Others may find support in using poetry or writing or play. I personally benefit very much from playfulness, maybe even being a little bit of a clown. Sometimes you are the beneficient of that. I love making others smile, actually. I think you have to search within yourself what is really nourishing you and to find your way back to a productive state of mind so that you can go on the cushion and meditate, actually. Because meditation is what is really changing our habits, thought patterns, and emotions. So meditation is very, very essential. So do whatever it takes for you to come back to the state of mind where you feel balanced and are able to transform. Again, yes, we live in difficult times or face some discomfort with changes or activities, but also we have some choice how to respond to it. We can benefit so many people, including ourselves, during this time. And certainly we should not give up. Thank you.